I'm back on the CG today. I'm going to try get the forks done, take the loom out, engine out, sort the rear light out, sort the number plate bracket out, and yeah, go through all that, strip it, rub it down, maybe get it in paint today as well. Here's the forks off. In here somewhere there's a spring, and it's also oil fed, so I'm going to get oil everywhere, but I just want to cut the spring down to drop this shaft down about 3 inches. I'll give it a perfect ride height, but I don't know if you can see that. It's absolutely manky in there. I've got to get that circlip out before I do anything. This is the spring I need to cut down. I want to cut it down about 3 inches. So allow this to sit, hopefully around about there. That's all I need really, just to lower this front end down. I've drained the oil as well, just to show the effect of it. If this didn't have any oil in the bottom, it would just be bouncing around all like that, out of control. With oil, nice and steady like that. So basically, the oil was in there just to, you know, it's a damper. It has a hydraulic effect in the bottom. So when the fork is pushed down, the oil can't really go nowhere. And it's forced up the tube and it's forced out of one of these tiny little holes. So trying to squeeze all that oil through that hole is very hard, so it just slows it down like that. Would go into it further, but I can't be bothered. I'm going to cut this spring down, rebuild it, put some oil in it and show you. This is it all chopped down now. This is, I think it's about 2.5 inches I took off in the end. Didn't want to go too mad because it's not a lot of room down there, to be honest. So once this is filled up with oil, all built back up, that ain't going to bottom out. It's not a heavy bike, he's not a heavy rider, and we're just literally cruising. What I've done also, I didn't just lob this spring off. I cut it at a nice flush angle like that, so it sits nice in the bottom. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, I'm going to finish building this one up. I'll do that one, put it back on the bike, and we can see what the ride height's like. I've taken it off the stand now. That is sitting absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I want. The top line of that bike is absolutely perfect. He's going to love this when it's done. So I think next on the agenda, I need to get rid of that loom. It's getting in my way now. So the loom's all out now. Next on the agenda, I want to get this light sitting around there. I don't want it behind here, it looks, no. So that's the bracket. I think I'll try and save as much of this bracket as I can. I'll probably chop it, manipulate it about a bit, weld it up, make it look all fancy so it's sort of sitting around there. The light will be like that. Cut the mount down a bit. So that's going to be the end product. I'm going to get the welder out and make that fit, trim it down all nice. I just wanna, yeah, that'll be alright, right there, like that. Brackets welded on now. Come out alright actually. So that's sitting there nicely. I'm gonna go fire the compressor up and get my favourite tool on the job. Right, is that done? And that was sitting there like that. Perfect. Tried to make the bracket as tidy as possible. Yeah, that's spot on, that is. Right, so rear light's done, forks are done, loom's out. Might as well pull the engine out now. Last time we went out, we all done about a 200-mile round trip for the weekend. There's about 20 of us on the Challies, the CGs, the Cubs and all that. And I remember everything on this bike came loose. You see, that's loose. That fell out. That fell out. His complete number plate backlight fell off. This thing just shaped itself to bits. The exhaust still hanging off. So when this goes back together, it's going to have all new high tensile bolts. Everything's going to be Loctited. Different gear ratio because it's too high. This thing screamed its tits off. So I'll pull this engine out now. Yeah, then it's pretty much engine out, make the rear number plate bracket up, grind the frame down and get painted. Look at that. Not even tight. Oh, Jesus Christ, can't believe that. Go. Engine out. These not bad engines really, nothing majorly goes wrong with them. Apart from the electrics down here. Yeah, it's just, ain't even tight either. Nothing on this bike is tight, I swear to God. I think it's 125cc, I think it's a 2 valve or 4 valve heads. I don't know, let's have a look. Let's open it up and have a look. Not even tight, barely tight. That was alright. Yeah, 2 valve head. Yeah, another plan as well is I've got a bigger barrel and piston I've got to fit to this engine as well. So my engine is chain driven, overhead cam. This particular one's push rod. I mean, I'm not entirely sure whether it's a single cam or twin cam. I don't know until I take it apart, so on another episode I'll be stripping this down. Right, I've just had a little clear up, little half-time clear up. I'm going to move on to the rear number plate bracket assembly. I've got an idea in my head and I hope it works. It should look pretty cool. It'll function properly, etc, etc. So I'm going to cut a bit of metal up and start fabbing stuff. Also as well, I know I'm going to get ripped for this. I don't want to be that safety guy, but you see these goggles? I've been wearing these a lot recently and they are good, don't get me wrong, but I've been to the eye hospital 4 times, and the last time I went I was cutting a bit of metal and a shard hit my cheek, bounced up, rattled around and went straight in my eye. So I fixed the full-on mask, full face jobby. So I know I look like a bit of a tree surgeon, but let me tell you now, I'd rather wear this, and I know I'm going to get ripped for looking like a plonker, but I'd rather be wearing this than going to the eye hospital, having some random dude prise your eyelids open, getting a big needle, sticking it in your eyeball, rattling it around and pulling shards of metal out. I ain't doing that again. No way. Enough safety talk now, let's get down to business. I know what I want to happen, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. I basically want the number plate to sit there like that. So this is the dimensions of the number plate, which is going to chill right here. Just got to make up the in-between. So it's kind of something in there. I'm basically just making it up as I go along. I know what I want, but I just don't know how I'm going to get there. Right, so I've cut a notch out. This is where I'm going to start from. I'm just going to roll with it now. I've made the leap, I've made the cut. This is it. I'm getting somewhere now. Yeah, it's much better. Kind of get the gist. Just gonna double check that with a chain on. Double check that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I haven't got to worry about this area now, because if anything, I'm going to drop the size of the cog. I'm never going to go bigger on this rear sprocket, because going bigger will be meaning it's geared higher, so it'll just rev out and it'll go nowhere. So yeah, that's looking alright at the moment. I've also just added this little piece here just to give it a bit more strength, and then I can put that nut on as well, so this is solid once it's all welded up. I'm going to trim all this up as well, just trying to make it look a bit pretty really. So that'll be the finished article with it on there like that. Right, all I've got to do is weld this in place, grind that down, and yeah, fit that, should be done. Here's a finished article. It's come out right actually. So that'll sit on there like that. Tighten the rear wheels, number plate will go there. Rear light's already done. Yeah, that's looking good. That is certainly looking good. The bike's kind of getting somewhere now. A couple of more stages, it'll be done. Be done. Back to my mate. Out my hair. But I'll tell you what's getting absolutely nowhere, and that's me in my life. I'm absolutely cursed. 100% now. This proves it. I'm cursed. I was just doing a bit of tidying up, nudged my camera, it fell straight on the floor on the microphone. Then it wouldn't work, something was out of it, so I pulled it apart, and there is the charging port just bouncing around in the casing. So that's it, I'm cursed. I swear, something like this happens to me every single day. So on that note, I'm going home. I'm having something to eat, watching some Game of Thrones, going to bed.
Dice is on the beat.